Hey, good day, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. This is my second video of Scottsburg, Indiana. I am driving by Walmart's. So this community does have a Walmart. I just drove by it. And I am getting ready to jump on the main business trip here. I was wanting to do this on my last video, but I couldn't because I got lost. So here we are again. This is McLean Lane, I believe. This is McLean Lane. You got a Goodwill store. I would say most of all your basic amenities are all here in this community. And like I said, if you need more, 40 minutes from here, you got Columbus. A little over a half hour from here, you got Louisville, Kentucky. So you do got larger communities that aren't too far from here, that are within an hour that you can go to if you need more amenities or you need more to do entertainment-wise. Turn around and we're going to go back on that main strip. I don't want to get too turned around and get lost, because on this video I would also like to drive through downtown, which basically is all one little area. I mean, it's real small, but I still want to drive through it though. I mean, it looks like they're doing quite a bit of building out here, so I guess depending on how you look at it, or depending on what you look for, that could be a good thing. And I believe right in front of me will be downtown Scottsburg. Yeah, this is downtown Scottsburg. Although it's a small downtown, I will say it's a tad bit bigger than I thought it would be. Now this looks like the older section of the city. On my last video I done, I drove through a lot of the newer sections of the city, where a lot of your newer houses were being built or have recently been built. Now this side of town over here is the older section of the city. I mean, I don't know whether this would be considered the east side or the north side or the northeast. Right now I'm driving down East Estil, E-S-T-I-L. So if anyone knows this community, leave a comment below and let us all know specifically what side of town this is on. And just off of what I see at this point, even on this side of town, which I'm gonna guess is the lower income side of the city. I mean, even over here, I mean, a lot of the houses look well kept. A lot of your yards look like they're kept up pretty well. Now, I just want to make one little comment. Now, on some of my other videos to where I drive through an area and I tell you guys that I guess, or this is the poorest section of town, just because I might assume or call the area the poorest section of town, or just because the area might be considered the poorest section of town, does not make that area a bad place to live. It does not make the people who live in that community any less of a human being or whatever than people who live on the more wealthier, on the more affluent part of the community of the city. So I just want to put that out there, because some of you, when I drive through your community and I tell you that this is the poor section of town, or I'm guessing this is the poor section of town, some of you get a bit offended, as if I'm talking down about your community, and I'm not. So yeah, understand, because I call a community the poor section of town does not mean I'm talking down on you or your community, because I'm not. I mean, in every city or town that has much more than a few thousand people, typically that community is going to be divided into at least two sides of the town. You might have a north or a south side. You might have an east or a west side. And typically, one side of town is going to be a little bit off financially than the other side of town. I mean, typically, that's how that goes. So I just want to put that out there real quick. And as I drive around, I do notice quite a few houses that are currently for sale. Now, some of these houses, quite a few of these houses, the last time I checked, were pending. But in this current housing market, things are capable of changing at the drop of a hat. I mean, you could wake up tomorrow morning and more properties will appear on the market from here. Properties that might currently be pending could go back on the market because the person's finances may have fell through for whatever reason. So for those of you that are looking to relocate, for whatever reason, bear that in mind. I mean, there may not be any homes for sale today, in the location of your choice, But that's not to say that tomorrow won't bring about a whole different situation for you. And for those of you that are handy, I'm pretty sure even in this market you might be able to find a couple of fixer-uppers that may not even be on the regular market. It might be through a private party, to where if you buy that property, you would purchase it through a what they call a quit claim deed. And if you do a quit claim deed, you're going to want to do your due diligence and check to make sure that that property belongs to the person who you might buy it from. And although they might sell you the property through a quit claim deed, if you have the money, you might want to suggest that, hey, I'll pay the money out, whatever money is necessary to do a title search. Offer to pay that money and then do a title search. That way there'll be a little more assurance that when you buy that property, it's going to truly be your property and not anybody else's. You're not going to run into a situation to where when you go out here and you buy a property, okay, you're assuming that you're buying the property from person A, but technically person B and C owns the property too. So one day you look up and you find out that person B and C owns that property, which means they're going to have, person B will have ownership of a third of your home, and person C will have ownership of a third of your home. So technically you will only own 1/3 of the home. And that'll be the third of the home that person A may have sold. And that'll be because person A sold you the home, and they may have done it without the approval of the other two parties in that particular matter. So, oh, and it looks like you got a little river right here. You got Willow H. Grand Park, which we will be driving around there in a minute. Got a little dilapidated factory here. Well, vacant, rather. Well, yeah, it's vacant. Got a little walking trail right by the pond here. Yeah, I don't think this is an actual river. I think this is more of a pond. Well, you know what? This is a, you know what? I can't. Yeah, I think this is just a couple of ponds. Yeah, I think this body of water is man-made. So I think I think it got a couple of ponds kind of clustered in together over there. Yeah, I'm going to be driving down North Lakeshore Road, which is one of the roads that run alongside by this pond. For those of you that might want to come down here and walk this little and walk by the pond here. And then if you were to stay there, right ahead would have been another park. I don't know if that's the same park I drove and I saw on the last video, or if that's a completely different park. I'm not sure. For those of you that have a dog, down that way you have a little dog park. So I guess around where I was at a minute ago, where that pond was at, apparently there's a dog park around that area for those of you that have pets. And up in front of me you have an apartment complex. It's called Stonebrook of Scottsburg. got a JC food store here too. So yeah, if you want to move here to Scottsburg, there's plenty of grocery stores to choose from here in town, which is a good thing, I think. Another looks like it got a little, well, that's pending, never mind. Got a little small house on the other side here that's pending. I was about to show you guys, but it's already pending, so I'm gonna keep it moving. Alright folks, it's getting close to the end of my video here. I'm past the 31-minute mark, so like always, thanks for watching. Remember to leave comments below and subscribe and thumbs up, all that good stuff. A lot of you have been doing that, and I greatly appreciate it. So keep up the good work. And until the next time, everybody have a blessed one, and I will see you guys on the next video.